I've seen Wuthering Heights. I've given it a couple of days to really collect my thoughts, but really nothing has changed. I just don't like this movie. Frankly, I've never read the book. I knew nothing going in. I like the director, Emerald Fennell. I think Promising Woman is a perfect film. I think Saltburn is just fine. And I do think, unfortunately, that this is Emerald Fennell's worst outing, despite the fact that it's, I guess, the most well-made movie. Margot Robbie does well with the material she's given. I think Jacob Elordi is just kind of moseying along. I'm sorry. He can be a great actor. He was fantastic in Frankenstein and deserves the supporting actor nomination, if anything, to win. But Heathcliff, at least in this, is not an engaging character. The best way I can describe this movie is misguided. I think the first half is so promising, especially the way that they set up the younger versions of these characters. Sometimes it's very hard to believe Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi are playing these kind of like teen young adult versions of themselves. I don't know. And then shit just there's horrible character decisions. I think there's straight up character assassinations for one of these people. I will not say who. And the way the film still tries to justify everything with the romance at the end, I think is just so strange. And that's another good way I can describe this movie. Just kind of strange. And not like a Saltburn strange where it's a lot of just graphic sexual stuff kind of gross out. I actually think this film was fairly tame up until maybe the halfway point. But there are some parts that go on for so fucking long that it's kind of hard to tell if there is truly a point in them. Other than, oh, Saltburn got a reaction. Let's do it again. And from what I know from one of my friends who has read the book, there's not a lot of that stuff within the actual book. Especially a scene with Jacob Elordi and a woman that isn't Margot Robbie. If you know, you know. Besides the amazing score and the good songs done by Charlie XCX and the production design, oh my god. Some may say it's a lot. I really like it. I think it could have worked better if the material, aka the writing, was any kind of better in tandem to it. And that brings me to my main feeling around this movie, just that of kind of frustration. The pieces are there. These people have done great work. So what happened? Maybe Emerald Fennell got lost in the big studio filmmaking process. I don't know. Because she has shown that she's able to do so many different things, especially adapting these kind of harder concepts to show on screen. But let's be real. I'm not saying anything new. Is this movie going to be controversial? Yes, probably. Is it going to make a lot of money? Yes, probably. And that's just the way these things go sometimes. I think the effort here is insanely commendable, as always. But being that this is an adaptation, people are going to get different things out of this material. That is largely why I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. Even if I don't largely agree with the material at hand, somebody might find something different from it. And that, my friends, is A-okay. Have you seen Wuthering Heights? What did you think? Remember, all movies are art, and of course, follow for more.